During the second and the last part of this video on chapter Politics of Plant Development, we are taking up the second foundation step where we had ended the first video, that is moving in the direction of rapid industrialization. Actually, we had given priority to the agriculture sector in the first 5-year plan by keeping an amount of 15% on the agriculture sector against just 7.5% on the industrial sector. But in the second 5-year plan, stress was given to the industrial sector by keeping a large amount of 17.6% for the industrial sector against just 11% for the agriculture sector. Now, under the leadership of P.C. Mahalanobis, a statistician and a man known as the architect of Planning Commission, a committee was constituted comprising of economists and planners to bring about structural transformation in the field of industrial sector. During this period only, Congress had a session in Avadi, a town near Chennai, Tamil Nadu, in 1955, and they also showed their inclination towards the socialistic pattern. And for the same reason, they imposed duty on many of the items to boost the domestic industry. This period saw a boom in the industries like oil refineries, steel plants, and other heavy industrial units. If we talk of oil refineries, Nunamati in Assam and Barauni in Bihar. About the steel plants, Bhilai steel plant in Madhya Pradesh, which is now in Chhattisgarh, and second is the Rourkela steel plant, which is in Odisha. Later, Durgapur steel plant was also set up, that is in West Bengal, and other industrial units like BHEL, that is Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, which was set up in Bhopal in 1956, and Hindustan Aircraft Company, though it has been set up before independence, but the follow-up was given for taking it up, and later this company was called Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Same way Bharat Electronics Limited was also set up, and same way we can say that boost was there in the industrial sector. Though proper care was taken, that is priority was given to the industrial sector in the second 5-year plan, but some side effects were also seen. Number one, India was backward in technology. So for modernizing the industry, it had to take or buy technology from the other countries where we had to sacrifice large amount of precious foreign exchange. And second point was that giving priority to the industrial sector, the agricultural sector got somewhat neglected. The planners were alleged of not keeping a balance between the industrial sector and the agriculture sector and were blamed of urban biasing. Even the leaders like Gandhian economist Kumarappa, he also was worried for not giving proper attention to the agriculture sector. And the leaders like Chaudhry Charan Singh, who later left Congress and made his own political party Bharatiya Lok Dal, he also advocated for keeping agriculture sector at the center of planning for the true development of the country. Now, after taking up this foundation step, the last foundation step that the government took was keeping due focus to the transport and communication. Government gave attention to this sector at the right time and the need of the hour, because even the government knew that for giving the proper follow up to the agriculture sector and the industrial sector, transport is very much necessary. Even for the moment of the agriculture produce, we need the transport, and equally transport is needed for moving the industrial and the agro machinery. Now, for the same purpose, a road and rail network was made, and even the care for communication sector was given, because we know that communication is very much necessary for the growth of trade and industry. With this, we come to the end of the foundation steps, and this time, when we are almost at the end of this chapter, we are going to make discussion on the statement that economic development and social justice, they go side by side. What is the meaning of this statement will be clear in the coming lines. Actually, this is the government duty to move in a direction so as to achieve the goal of economic development. But at the same time, it has to ensure that citizens, they are not deprived of the social justice. That is, social justice is equally important as economic development, or the social justice is very much needed. That is, economic development is not acceptable at the cost of social justice. To understand the above discussion, the best example is the example of POSCO. POSCO is the steel and iron company with its headquarters in Pohang, a city of South Korea. Now, an MOU, that is Memorandum of Understanding, was signed between POSCO and Government of Odisha in 2005 for setup of the steel plant in Bhubaneswar. Now, whenever a heavy project like this is going to start, it has positive as well as negative impact due to its being set up. First of all, we are going to discuss the points which were going to cause the positive impact. Number one, a capital investment by such a company, especially by the foreign company, is a good sign of economic development for the state. It is going to give the employment to a large number of people. It is going to fetch foreign exchange for the country. And number four, it is going to give financial benefit to the domestic entrepreneurs. Now we are going to discuss the points which were going to give the negative impact due to its setup. Displacement of a large number of people where the project is going to be set up. Question mark on the livelihood of these people who were going to get displaced, and danger to the environment, that is imbalance of the ecosystem. Now, MOU between the POSCO and Government of Odisha was signed in 2005, and even the construction also started in 2005 itself. But the people who were going to get affected, they started demonstrating outside the company's office, especially the people of Jagjitpur. Men and women from Gram Panchayats and local organizations, they joined the demonstrators. The government of Odisha, who was having an eye on the situation, they didn't renew the license of the company, hence the project could not take a start. This was the win of the people and fulfillment of the promise of giving social justice even to a common man. The point to note here is this: had the economic development been in the hands of private players, they would have hardly bothered about the problems of the people and would have gone ahead with the project for the sake of making money. No doubt, setup of these heavy projects leads to conflicts, discussions, and debates, but one can reach at the right conclusion if the authorities taking up the economic development, they are not biased. That is what happened in this case, that government of Odisha, they sacrificed the economic development just to ensure that citizens, they are not deprived of the social justice. This discussion or the above lines, we can conclude in a golden line that this is what we call as the beauty of democracy. In the very end of this chapter, we are talking of some of the developments the country saw after Indira Gandhi became the leader of Congress. This is the story of around 1966 when Indira Gandhi emerged as the leader of Congress after the death of Lal Bahadur Shastri. Now let us see the developments the country saw. Number one, she wanted to strengthen the role of state for the economic development of the country. She nationalized 14 banks. She abolished privy purses of the princely states. She started pro-poor programs and she wanted to have restrictions on the private industries. Though it is a story when she started with these development, this we saw around 1960s and later. But by 1980, sluggishness was seen in the economy for two reasons: prevailing corruption in public sector undertakings, and number two, not so good role of the bureaucrats. This all made a common man to think that economic development should not be given alone in the hands of the state, that they wanted that there should be a partnership of the private players for the growth of the economy of the country. With this, we come to the end of this chapter of politics of plant development. Now, in the description, you can have the question and answers which are given at the end of the book, all in the question answer format. In addition, we have given around 9 to 10 questions along with answers related to the movie Pather Panchali, a movie that is related to this chapter. And finally, we have taken up 13 more questions along with answers in detail so as to make you confident to handle anything or any question related to this chapter. Again, I thank you for viewing this video and thank you again so much.